Hello everyone and welcome to Lil Kid Big City Learns, the poker edition. So I'm a complete beginner at poker. I got into it in December 2013, so 2 months ago, and I've read some articles and I know the basic concepts of poker. So if you want a professional poker player or someone who's really going to teach you really well the concepts and the advanced strategies of poker, you're probably not going to find them here. It's best to check out like Jay Carver, Flicks or Coimbra, people like that who are actually professional poker players. I'm a complete beginner, so what you're going to get through sticking with me is exactly that. I'm going to go through the trials and tribulations and the challenges that a beginner player gets going from 2NL and moving up and learning the game. So I'm going to be playing on 888 Poker. There's no particular reason for this, it's just the site I picked and I'm not sponsored by them, so if I do want to move my bank to Full Tilt or PokerStars or anything like that, I can do that if I so wish. I'm going to be playing 2NL to start, the bottom level, the real bottom, where all the recreational players generally start, and just try and build my bankroll up. I'm going to be playing on 888 Poker. There's no specific reason for this. I'm not sponsored by them or any other site. It's just the first site that I came to. I'm going to be playing 2NL, so 1 cent, 2 cent poker, literally the very bottom rung where most of the recreational players start and build up their bankroll from. I'm going to be playing snap poker as well, which is zoom or fast fold. So if you get a hand you don't like, you can fold it and instantly go to a new hand. So that should allow us to have quite a lot of volume early on in our poker careers. I'm going to start with $100 bankroll. That's a good amount to start with, a decent amount of buy-ins there for us to play with. And as we are beginners, we're probably going to make some mistakes. So hopefully that acts as a nice buffer for us and we can build up our bankroll and overcome any variance that we might encounter with this amount. I'm going to cherry pick the hands that come up. So if I get a really good hand or I play a bad hand, or if there's just anything that's interesting there, or if I think I have anything to say, then I'll show that hand. If not, then I won't show it, because we don't need to see 7-2 offsuit, because we're not going to be playing that hand a large majority of the time. Now, just the general aim of this is to grind my bankroll up and to learn poker first and foremost. So there's no specific long-term goal of 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 pounds. It's literally to learn the game and to grind up. First off, I think I'd like to get to 10NL as a short-term goal and just reevaluate once we get there. But long term, there's no specific aim, just learn poker the best we can and grind up our bankroll. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. 888 Poker, snap, 2NL, 2 tables. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Snap poker on 888. So Queen 6 here. I'm just going to fold this. There's no need to really open this to a raise. 2-10. Got some limpers here. Can just check this and see what comes up. Flop is extremely wet. We do flop an open-ended straight draw. We'll check that. There's no need to bet into these people. Okay, I think we can call here. Check. See, this is something that I do struggle with. If he bets again now, so what are we getting? We're getting like 5-1, so we're getting a great price. So I think I have to call here for the open-ended straight draw. And we do hit our straight draw. Now, do we let him bluff? There is a flush. I think I bet out here. He might be a weak player. He's all in. He's all in, and there is a flush. I think I've got to call that. I can't fold that there. Okay. Well, he had it. He flopped it the whole time, so I don't think I could do much there. I don't think there was any real getting away from that. Ace 10 here in the small. Call that. Ace 6, sorry. And we do flop the nut flush draw. So I think I'm going to bet out there. Put the pressure on. 3-7 we can just fold. 10-7, and just fold that, I think. This guy over here is doing some serious thinking. I'm not sure whether to continue. Well, he does continue, and we do get our flush draw. So maybe I'm gonna play it like I don't have it. Maybe I'll check to him, give him a chance to bluff at it. Got the 40 here on the button. I'm just gonna call this. He does bluff at it. I'm gonna raise him. Okay. I think we can just fold here. Such a wet board. There's so much that can beat us on table 1 here. We've got draws, and any 8, 7, or 9 beats us. So I think we just fold here. I've got ace jack suited over here. I'm going to raise this up. There's no reason to let people limp in when I've got these strong cards. I am out of position, but I think that's worth a raise. We do get the call on the button, and we do make second pair. So I'm going to bet out here. I mean, I was the pre-flop raiser. I think I'm going to continue the aggression and put the pressure on. Does the job, takes it down. Okay, ace-6 off in the big. 9-4 on table 2. We can just fold. 10-3 off. We can just fold that in the cutoff. Okay, we get a walk on table 1. It's always nice. 5-7 under the gun, instant fold. 9-10 on the button. To a raise under the gun and a call. I think I'm just going to fold there. So often behind with over pairs. I think that's a fold. 10-5 on the button. That's a fold. Okay, 10-10 in the cutoff here. That's definitely a raise. I'm going to raise 3/4 of the pot. I'm not sure if my bet sizing is right there. We've got ace-8 suited. I'm going to raise that under the gun to a pot size bet there. We get a call. There's 2 jacks out there. I'm going to c-bet this, of course, in position. Does the job. Take it down. Okay, there's a flush draw there. We do make top pair. I'm going to bet here with top pair. He called. He's in the cutoff. Okay, I'm going to check. He checks, and I get 3 of a kind. There's an instant check there, so I think I'm going to come out with a bet there. And he folds, and I take the pot down. I've got ace-3 on table 1. I'm going to fold queen 2 over here to an all-in. I think I'm going to limp in with this and call any raise. I like to open my suited aces, just because when they do flop the flush draw, like that, you know, it's always good. 5's over here, I'm going to raise that up 3/4 of the pot. We get a bet, we're going to call that. Or should we raise this here? Oh, now there is a raise. Now do I call this? Am I getting the odds to call this? I'm going to check here on table 2. I think I'm going to call that, but that might not be the right decision. I'm going to bet out here, check back to us, you know, might have the best hand there. Okay, I'm going to check that now. Could have probably bet out there to put me in the cage a little bit. I should have bet on that hand, I think. So now I'm just going to have to fold because we're just beaten now. I'm going to check there. Okay, I don't get the flush draw. I do get top pair, but a really terrible kicker. And he's all in. I mean, do I call this 66 to 57? I mean, I think I'm so often beaten there. I'm going to open this ace. I'm going to sit out this hand, fold and watch play, see if we can see what he has. 7-8. So he would have had us. So it was a strong fold. Didn't even really take into consideration that draw, but he had it. So strong fold. Ace-4 under the gun. I think I'm just going to fold. I can fold that in the small blind. folds to us here. Might try a raise. This player hasn't. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and steal that pot. I'm going to open this here. 10 jack suited. Okay, and he calls us, which is a bit unfortunate, but we do make second pair, so I'm going to keep the pressure on as the pre-flop raiser. Okay, and he calls us, and now an ace comes, but I don't think we can slow down. I think we have to keep the pressure on him. I think that's the right play there, and he calls again. We're so often beaten. He's calling us so quickly. It feels like he's made something, so I'm going to, I think, check fold here. Yeah, and he bets out quite strong, so I think that's just a fold, and it was quite a loose open. I'm going to call ace jack here in the big to a raise. Okay, now we've got a shove. It's a bit unfortunate, and a call. I mean, I think that's a fold. I think that's a fold there, and I can fold that to an under the gun raise. I'm going to raise obviously under the gun here with queen queen. 8-10 suited. No, I'm going to fold that, and I flop a set. I'm out of position, so I'm going to play it. I'm going to check like I would. Try and make him bluff at it. But it is a very drawy board. Maybe not the safest play. I'm going to call. And okay, there we go. So if he does have a jack in his hand, now we're beaten. So I'm going to pop bet, you know, try and scare him. But that's probably not the best play either. But it does the job, takes it down. Boom. So he didn't have an ace in his hand, obviously, or a jack. Ace 8 in the small on table 1, and ace king in the small on table 2. Interesting. I'm just going to call in a small. I'm going to raise in the small over here. You know, ace king's a good hand. We want to be raising that. We got a re-raise over here. But we're getting such a good price. I don't think I can fold that now. And we flop the top 2 pair, which is always nice. I'm out of position. Do I want to let them improve? Not really. I'd ideally like to take it down, so I'm going to bet into it. You know, maybe some of the time they do show up here with, you know, ace X hands. Okay, and we get, was that one caller? Yeah, one caller, and this guy's all in. Now there is a flush draw, but I think I've got to keep betting here. I'm going to put the pressure on. Big bet. He folds, and he's got 7 king. Makes 1 pair, but I should win that. Take it down. Ace 7 over here. I'm going to raise that. Suited, ace 7 suited. 9-7. I'm just going to fold that on the button. I'm going to bet here. We do have someone behind us, but you know, I've got an ace, and you know, I'll try and take it down now. Person behind folds. Jack 2 off. Just fold that, and that does it. Takes it down. So no need to let them improve. If they've got a king, if they've got a jack, there's an ace on the board. You know, bet, scare them off. I'm going to raise this up. Ace 2 suited. It's a nice looking hand. Can't say no. 7-6. Yeah, and he bets, and I think we just fold here. We've got a backdoor straight, but so many times we're just beaten and draw into nothing. So you know, I think we fold there. It checks down to us. We've got a caller over here in the big, and he checks to us. And we've got 2 pair, straight draw. I think we bet here. You know, no need to try and let him improve. Just take the pot. If he calls, that's good. He does call. So he could have an ace hand, maybe, you know, Broadway style hand. He checks to us again. I don't think there's any need to, you know, to check back and try and let him bluff. I think we just stab at the pot and fold that. And he calls again. So he could have ace queen. Now he's gone all in. Would he have re-raised with ace queen or ace jack? Or has he got ace king maybe? He would play a hand like ace king like this. I think I've got a call here though. Or flush draw. I think I've got a call. King 9. He had the flush. Okay, maybe that was a fold. I'm not sure there. And that's a spot. Like I said, I'm a beginner. Maybe a professional player would have found that a fold there. Ace King. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to raise that up. Ace 6 here. Could open. It's good enough to open, I think. I'm not going to limp in. I've got to raise. Got to represent some sort of strength. And the big's thinking about it, and he folds. Checks to me. I'm going to c-bet here. Just half pot. Bet. He's thinking about it. And then he raises us. He thinks about it, and then he raises us. Now this is a spot I've been in a lot, and that I've talked about with some people on poker forums. That when they check raise you like this, they are often representing strength at this level. So I think I just fold there. He turns out with a6 or king 6 or something like that, and just makes his hand. Even though I've got a good hand, no need to carry on with it. If I think I'm coming up against someone with a made hand, again, we get a walk to our kings. That's unfortunate. But what can you do? Queen 7, I'm going to fold that. If it folds to us here, ace 8, I think I'm going to try and raise ace 8 in the cutoff. If we've got a position now, we do get a call. And the limper actually does call us. I think a jack, I've got to see it there. See, I've got to check min raise. Let's see. As poker learning, let's see if we can see what he's got. And now he bets 10 cents into a pot of 60 cents. Could I get tricky and now re-raise him? No, I think I just call. What am I going for there? Okay, so I get a flush, a decent enough flush. He bets 20 cents. I think I'm just going to call with flush, and he has a queen flush, and he had jack. So he re-raised me with top pair, decent kicker. So again, he had a made hand, and the check raise, it wasn't a fake check raise. It was for strength. So I ended up losing a lot of money there because I continued on, and I could have just folded a hand and saved myself some money. So I think a lot of the times if we are facing a check raise at this level, then we should just let go of the hand. And I'm going to let go of this hand. It's a tiny bet, but I think I'm going to let go of that. So we make bottom pair over here. It checks to us. I'm going to bet out. Got a quarter. So the pot was limped before. Okay, now I get two pair, so I'm not going to slow down. Or I could slow down and let him bluff it, but I don't think I want to slow down. I don't think I want to try and even let him improve. I think I just bet out. I'm going to bet strong. 3/4 of the pot. I'm just going to fold here. And he calls again. So I'm just going to bet out strong. What could he have? He limped in. I don't think he's making anything here. I think I'm going to bet again. Often enough, he's just coming, and now he's raising. Okay. So it was a limp pot. So we could have a straight draw, I guess. Let's call. Let's see what he has. Yep, so we had a straight draw. So the check raise again. It's hard there with two pair. What did he come in with? What did he have? 6-3 or something like that. So we got fives here. Let's move on to the next hand. I just check fold. Checks around. He was ready. Insta checked. think I'm going to bet out now. He's the second time he's checked, and the guy next to us insta-checked, so I expect him to fold here. And he calls, of course, so he could be been bluffing. And now we've got a king, so I'm going to raise a7 here. He checks back. Trying to find out what he had there. I'm going to keep the pressure on with the a7, and it does the job. Was this the hand? It was. I'm going to re-raise the cutoff here. Cutoff calls us. Checks to us. I've got to keep up the aggression, I think. C-bet on that board. Calls, and now he's only got 9 cents left, so I'm just going to put the 9 cents in now. No, checks again. Well, I'm going to put her all in. Jack ace. 10 jack. So I guess thinking of a straight draw and then hit the ace. That's why she continued. See, again, I mean, as a spot, I could have saved some money maybe. I'm not really too sure. Maybe I should have just checked back. I'm obviously going to fold the 4-7 here. Level is these tiny bets, just min bets into the pot. And sometimes it's something that recreational players do because they don't understand pot odds, etc. And other times it is a show of strength. Like, it's to induce you to make a mistake with a min bet. They're like, oh, he's min betting. Well, I'll just call, or I'll just, I should have c-bet that flop. Now I'm c-betting, but it's probably the wrong thing to do. Takes it down anyway. Yeah, they min bet to induce you to make a mistake, to make you raise them, and then they call you, snap you off, and they've got it. But other times it is people just min betting with aces. It's like, it's madness. Bit hard to figure out. I guess it's down to the player. You have to read the player well. He raises here. I'm going to call on the button with ace-8 suited. I'm going to call in the small blind, call in the big blind, probably a call under the gun. Yeah, people don't like folding once they've limped the micros. Checks around to the pre-flop, raise only bets. It's quite a wet board. I mean, raised, so he hits jacks, he hits tens. We've got a backdoor flush. I'm going to continue there. And we hit our ace. And he checks to us. Could he be letting us bluffing? You know, does he turn up with ace jack here? Yes. Ace 10? Yes. Ace 7? Yeah, a good amount of the time. And now he raises us. You know, it's like we've seen, they've had it every time that they've check raised. So what are we thinking here? Ace 10, ace jack, sometimes ace 7. Yeah, so I think we just fold there. You know, maybe we should, if we check back that turn, just pot control a little bit, but maybe we just got put in the cage. You know, sometimes he doesn't have anything. Maybe he just has an ace and he's got, oh, I've got an ace. I'm going to, check raise you. Do you have an ace? No, you don't. Yes, you do. But what we've learned so far is that check raise is a strength, 2-pair or better. And we had, not even that much of a good ace. So I think we just have to get rid of that. I tried to bet quite big here on this flop. 2 queens. I was a pre-flop raiser. He hasn't got a queen, otherwise we would have snapped off surely. So I tried to keep the pressure on this guy, and he folds, you know. Ace 9 here, I'm going to raise that up. I'm going to limp in with Ace 2, I think. You know, got to call 1 to get 7. 7 to 1 on the money. It's a phenomenal price, can't really say no. And we hit 2 pair. Brill. Going to check that. Ace 9 here. Just check to us. Going to c-bet. Half pot. He bets pot. Of course, we're not going anywhere with 2 pair. I'm going to limp pot. I'm going to put pressure on him. Reverse. He called our c-bet. I'm going to check to him. Check it back. Is there any need to bluff here? No. Let's check it down. 9-10. Don't know why he called the c-bet there. He called our pot bet over here. Does he have better than us? Does he have ace 8? I mean, often enough. Does he limp him with ace 8? Maybe. He's not got ace king. Ace 3 could be a possibility though. We're asking him to go all in now. And he folds with 14p left. 14 cents, sorry, I should say. He folds. What was he representing there? I mean, I'm not sure. You know, there was an ace and a king on the board, and he still continued. So draw, maybe he had queen 10 or jack 10, something like that. Suited hand here on the button. I'm going to raise that. 3-3, big raise. I don't think I'm really getting the right price there. Queen king suited. I'm going to call that out of position. He insta checks. I'm going to bet. Check here. He raises. So here we go with this conundrum again. We've got top pair, really good kicker. He re-raises us. I mean, let's see how he plays. It's fire again. He calls. Okay, so we had the exact same hand as us, and he was check raising us on that board. So obviously that time, you know, he didn't have it. He didn't have the flush, but he had a good hand and made the right call. I'm going to raise it up here with the kings. Do we get any action today? Anybody want to play with us? We get the aces on this table. Beautiful. No action with the kings again. Any action with the aces? Probably not. Oh, we do. We get the button calling us. And we get a re-raise. Well, guess what we're going to do with you, son? We're going to min-raise you. Do you like that min-raise? You get a call and a call. Everyone's calling. Okay, now I'm going to bet out with the aces, obviously. All in. Fours, going to raise it up. Queen, king. You went, oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Interesting play with the queen, king there. Really interesting. Really, really interesting. Or raise it, rather. Just going to check. He checks, he tank checked. So he obviously considered betting, so he might have a hand sort of plays mediumly well, semi-bluff. You could have a draw. But I'm really hitting nothing here. Drawing dead. He's, you know, his flush has come in. Won't be surprised if he bet. He does bet. I mean, yeah, we just fold. Got nothing there. Ace high, not even a good ace. Obviously calling this. Top pair, very good kicker. Just min bets again. Like, I mean, what's the min bet for? Do you know what I mean? So flush doesn't come in, but I do have top pair, top kicker. And now he bombs. Now he bombs the river after min betting the turn. And we had it. He got the 8, and he was just like, well, I've got an 8. I'm gonna pop bet after continuing with nothing. I mean, that's why I paid off there, because I was so confused as to what he was trying to represent with the min bet on the turn and then the pot bet on the river. I mean, what is he trying to say that he's got there? Obviously, the 8 was, you know, he played his hand very face up, and I had to call him. But often we're behind. Just fold it. Just fold it. Get king ace over here and a call and another call. So very out of position now. And an all in. Okay, so now here's a decision. Do we? I guess we reshove. Just get it in. Fold, and we got the same hand. And here's the flush draw. Okay, split that pot up. You know, bit of profit in there because of the callers behind. Still. Getting under the gun, call. I've got ace jack on the button. I'm not going to limp. I'm going to raise it up. And we get the call from the under the gun again. Like people just don't like to fold. I do have a straight draw. You know, call insta calls. Checks again. I'm going to put control and check back, and I make my flush. Now he bets big. I have a good flush. I can't really fold it. It's not a nut flush, but and he had it. You know, I think I had to pay that off. A lot of time he turns up with a lot of worse flushes than we do. Got jacks in a small over here. Let's raise it up against this short stack. You know, try and induce him. No, he just says, "I will call, thank you." And I'm going to bet out again. Calls, snap calls. Does he turn up with an 8 there? Yes. There are a lot of hands that beat us in his range. Still calling, but I don't think there's any reason for me to slow down, really. I think I have to bet there. And he folds. Again, probably, you know, queen or king or an ace. And he just wanted to continue with it. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop here. We've got quite a few hands there. I'm going to check the charts in a minute, but I think that was a losing session. Didn't really go too well. We did have a few spots that, you know, we just paid off. Got check raised a couple of times. We just paid them off. If we didn't pay them off, we could probably be in a lot better shape. So